Yes. Man, my wheels are spinning. I would like if I was like in your manager, I would like force you to do it.
We just went from full-blown therapy to
pour yourself out for views. Tickets are on sale for KFC Radio Live. Click the link in the bio. Get yours. Come out and hang with the boys.
Hello.
What's up? What's up? How are you?
I just saw Rhea and she goes, "Wait, are you doing a show before our show?" And I go, "Yeah, my fiance's show." She goes, "Oh, you're gonna go over probably."
What's going on?
What a fit.
Cool
Yeah.
to sit in, though.
What a fit when you got to wake up in the morning and be like, all right, where's my shoulder jacket?
My
And
Canadian tuxedo.
I love it, though.
24/7. This is actually, it looks way better standing, because sitting, it's like.
there are sitting outfits and standing outfits.
This is not a sitting
That's a
one.
big thing with guys. Like
Think
you
about
can look great in a suit standing up and then a sitting suit.
I don't have any sitting outfits.
Well, that's just
yeah.
That's not the outfit. That's us. Let me just push this a little closer. Yeah.
Wait, where am I?
Yeah, good
This
What
is
is
a new
this?
spot.
Where's the moon man that's like this?
There's you're still.
Wow.
Yep. Everywhere we go, we'll take you with us.
If you ever, I will never come on your show.
Yo, listen,
again.
just don't do anything to get like canceled or something, because then we can't not put it up there.
But that just shows how loyal you guys are.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no.
Come on. I feel like Barstool and people have been getting trying to get
nah.
canceled left and right. I still come back.
You do. You've actually
All the
never
time.
wavered. There's probably been a couple times where she's like,
No,
I don't know we
literally
should do
not
this.
once.
No.
That was really?
Nope.
Just, I'll tell you what, every morning for me, I'm like,
New career path.
Where did you shoot this time?
In the Dominican Republic. I've shot there in the past, but the beach was. I mean, it's insane. It looks like a green screen. Like it doesn't even look real.
Yeah.
You could probably shoot in New York at the headquarters on a green screen, and it would look like.
Yeah,
inside.
that's crazy.
would you prefer that? There's because
Oh, no,
obviously
of
the
course
beach
not.
is nice, but there's sometimes where it's just like, I don't
Yeah,
want
what
to
if we
get on
just
a plane.
what if we threw
and-
some sand down? We had a green screen there. What about this? What if I could promise you it looked just as good? Nobody would be able to tell.
No.
don't wanna go?
We need to go on location.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, outside of the shoots, we also
Because the thing is, it's a free vacation.
well, yeah, but also we do activity days, and like I live for activity days. Like I'm sure there's some girls that don't like to get like as active or adventurous.
Yeah.
I'm like in the water, riding
What
the
do you do?
horses,
Okay.
like doing what's
Horseback
another thing we
riding is
did?
cool.
We
Is
went,
that for shoots or is that for just fun?
no? Well, it's not for the shoot, but it's just like kind of for fun.
It's just
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah, you just.
But I think you need that, right? You need like vibes and shit
Yeah.
on the in the photo shoot.
Yeah,
so like
it's
you connect and you have
definitely.
fun. You work with the photographers,
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
We
Yeah.
do different things for our activity days.
We drank.
We drank. We also went to a funeral museum.
Oh yeah. We
Wait,
went
what?
to a funeral, the National Historical Funeral Museum in Houston.
It's awesome.
It was pretty cool. I mean,
Why?
it's super.
What was cool about
super, it's
All the
it's
dead
interesting.
stuff.
It's obviously super morbid, but it's like it's very interesting. They have all like the presidents and popes and important people who died and how.
You filmed in there?
We didn't like film.
We took some pictures,
yeah,
but
we
it
got
was
some
more
content.
just it was a learning experience. It's our activity day. It
Yeah.
was
Well, I don't know about you because it's a little bit of a different gig, but like
it's slightly different what you do.
a little bit different. Like I got into a rut, I guess, and I'm kind of still in it of just like I work and then I get to take care of the kids and then I like do it all over again, you know?
It's a loop.
And then when I'm doing the podcast, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't really have a story to tell or nothing interesting happened. So like when we were there, I was like, I could have just chilled in the hotel till our show, but instead let's go to the museum.
Yeah.
And then like we ended up getting like a
Yeah.
half hour of our live show material out of it, you know?
I'm trying to be better about that. Like,
Ugh.
I like it really is such like, well, you know, when you travel a lot or you see someone who travels a lot for work, you're very alone a
Yeah.
lot of the
Yeah.
time. Like you're alone in the hotel
Hotels,
rooms,
planes.
you're alone on the plane. I do a lot of thinking, a lot of journaling a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then you always, it's even just going to walk down the street and find like the nearest grocery store, like it's more fun with company. And
Even I used to take the subway to work every day, and
Yeah.
you'd see crazy shit happen.
Yeah.
You're walking through the streets,
well, and
like
now
wild
with like
shit.
all of the food that you just get brought to your door,
Yeah.
I'm like I actually am trying to. I feel like TikTok has been making this more of a thing, but I'm trying to romanticize my life more by myself. Like, have you guys ever gone out to eat by yourselves?
Oh yeah.
Table for one, baby.
All the
Love it.
time?
TFO.
Not all the time, but all. No,
It's
I
great.
you know, I won't. I'll be honest. I won't even say often.
Okay.
But it is
But
not
you
a
do.
rarity. Yeah.
Next question: are you on your phone the whole time?
No, I read an article a long time ago, and I wasn't ready to commit to it then.
Yeah.
It was like a piece on Aziz Ansari in GQ. And it was just like Aziz has been off the grid for a long time.
Yeah.
It was like, this is probably like 6 years ago, and the opening thing was like, I walked into the bar and saw Aziz standing there, only man not on his phone, and it was cool.
Yeah.
And like, again, 6 years ago, I was like, damn, that is cool, but I was not prepared to commit to that at 6 years ago. And now I'm a little better. I'm still on my phone pretty often, but
he's pretty good about it. I'm on my phone all the time. When I like finish an interview, I come back to like 25 texts, like every time. And it's just from like my nanny to the kids to work to friends, group chat. And then it's like every time. And that's like if I disappear for like an hour, it's like 25 texts.
But it is like also one of those things like forever. You're talking about romanticizing. Like forever, it's always been like, I want to be the person who's mysterious. And you used to have to do some wild shit to be someone who's like mysterious. You have to have this aura about you. If you're just not on your phone, you're mysterious now. Yeah. You're like, what is that person?
If you don't have social media, you are a mystery.
Yeah, just not being able to look up everything about everybody. I go back and forth. I think if you're really talented, really interesting, whatever, not having social media is the way to go because it's like I have to go see their movie or go listen to their thing because that's the only time I get them.
Or especially when they go on podcasts.
Then it's like they're
what,
opening up.
Yeah.
But I
so
think
many secrets.
for someone, like I feel like for me, I'm like, I almost got to do the opposite and give everything I've got to try to keep up because there's so many people and so much competition. And it's like, so I think you got to be really, it's almost like taking a break. Like we don't take vacations because I'm like, some other podcasts, they're going to go listen and then they're going to forget about us. And I know that's probably not totally true.
No, I feel
but
like
you got to be very
really
confident to like be like, I'm not going to be on social media. I'm not going to give people what they want. I'm confident enough that they'll come when I do, you know, the show or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a risk. It's like
I feel like you're on a lot less.
I thought you were about to say you thought I was on a lot, and you just totally, I can't even speak. You just said a lot less. I was like, you're 100% correct.
Okay, yeah,
and I'm almost noticing that it's harder once you shut up a little bit. I don't know how else to say that. It's hard to like trust again. And I actually look back at videos.
What do you mean trust?
Like when you don't share as much, people can't give their opinions about your life or your character as much anymore. And a lot of people did that before. Yeah. And I have to say, I feel really lucky to have like a pretty supportive group of people that follows me. Yeah. I don't really feel it. I feel like we're in a space in our lives as we get older and especially spend a lot of time on social media and in a space where we get criticized a lot for opening our mouths or speaking or just existing,
or just looking the way you look,
breathing,
or eating what you eat.
Yes. That it's, you know, there really is like a talent and a gift to that because it's hard. And there's archives on Instagram. I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you go back, let's say that I replied to a story of yours in 2018. You can click that video. It's still there. And then like you can see what I replied to back then. And you could, no, but what I'm saying is there's videos of like people who've replied to me be like, oh, you know, where'd you get that dress or wherever? And then I'll see I'm like, oh, they've asked me this a couple times and I've never answered. So let me finally answer. Yeah. And I'll see videos they've replied to like in the past and I'll watch myself and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm talking and I'm like, who is she? Because I'm so much more, I don't share as much anymore. Like it actually got to a point where people thought that Rob and I broke up just because,
you're not putting it out there all the time.
I wasn't sharing. We were doing day to day or I woke up next to him one morning and I had like a couple of messages from people being like, did you guys break up? Are you guys not together anymore? And I was like, he's right there. But I didn't even feel the need to have to say that either. I'm just like.
Well, I think that comes with a little bit of age and experience and also getting fed the fuck up.
Yeah.
Where it's just eventually like you feel the need to reply to people like that or make a public statement or whatever. And then eventually you're just like, I don't care. And when you truly don't care. When you say you don't care, it's one thing. When you truly are like, those people can go on thinking that I've broken up and I don't care. Yeah. Or they can go on thinking whatever else and I don't care. Yeah. And then because then it becomes like, what am I doing on this? You know? I also think I don't look down on people who like it too though, because I think you can do it it can be a lot of fun as long as it's not like getting too toxic. I think eventually it always will get toxic, but if you're at that point in your career or life or whatever where it's not, like, go ahead, rock on.
And actually circling back to where we started, now when I do speak and I say something that's meaningful or that I feel like I want to share, whatever, it's like then the response is
overwhelming. Yeah,
overwhelming because now they're like, oh, she's saying something again. Like, she's talking to us again.
It's just like a supply and demand sort of thing. It's like, you know, if Rihanna puts out an album right now, people are gonna go fucking crazy because it's been 7 years or whatever it's been. So,
and then, but also,
I'm like, Rihanna, put out a fucking album.
Yeah.
You know? So like, sometimes people do want, you gotta find that balance.
Exactly. To your point, like there are some people where Rihanna can go 7 years. And then Lil Wayne got to be Lil Wayne because he put out an album every week. Right. Like,
and he's revered for how prolific he was. Right. I think it's just a matter of what you do, with the time.
It's just finding what's best for you. Like everything. For some reason, we all thought social media had to be done one way. Yeah. And I think now there is a bit of a point. There's a bit of a break where people are like, well, this works better for me. There's like, be it mentally, be it your brand, be it whatever it is. But like, this is actually the smarter way for me to do it rather than like reply to everyone and read everyone. And
but it all boils down to whether or not you care about other people.
Yeah. Well,
that's like the crux of it all. It's what if you care about what they think. You care about what they think about how you look, what you act. You care about whether they like you, whether they reply to you, whether they agree with you, whether, it's like, I mean, I'm the king of just like fighting people online about sports.
Can I tell
and dumb
you,
shit and
I know that I'm sitting in the hot seat. I feel like, how do you handle it? Because a lot of us women, so I'm here because Sports Illustrated swimsuit is out. It comes out once a year. It's out.
Yep.
Get your magazine now. How many cameras are in here?
Still a classic. Yeah.
I mean, the covers are
it's the
unbelievable.
one thing I think that has
unbelievable.
like maintained its level of like clout and like, it's like a lot of other magazines and publications kind of go by the wayside. And even if you don't necessarily get maybe the physical copy, it's like people want to know who's on the cover and where's the photo shoots and what are they wearing and what's the theme and all that kind of shit.
And I'm bringing this up because when launch week is big for us. So we do the first half of launch in New York City, and then we head down to the Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida, which, by the way, anybody can go. It's open. You can get tickets. So if you guys want to come, bring your friends, bring your wives, girlfriends, kids, come.
What is it, like a party? Or
yeah,
like
it's fun. We have activations. We do.
Don't threaten you.
We do, the classic kind of meet and greet stuff where we take your photos. And I mean, you know me, I'm blabbermouth Kostek. Like, I will sit and talk with you all day. Like, I love launch week so much because this is a time when you could finally like reach out and hug and, be that shoulder to cry in or the hand to hold or whatever you need to be. It's such a great community for a lot of women and a lot of people. And you finally get to see these people face to face. And I think what's so cool is like, I read my messages. Like I'm very thorough. If someone comments over and over again, like, I probably know your handle. And a lot of the times, like, it's a game for me. I'll be like, you're Chelsea 31. Like, and she's like, and
but in a
really
good way,
fun.
like if it's someone who's like an asshole every time, are you still reading them? Or like, can you just, I'm at the point where I can like, I will
delete
open
and block
it and
now.
see it and I just can keep it moving. Like
Oh, so you don't even block and delete?
No. Like I don't remember their names, but like I'll open up my DMs, and there's a couple people I talk to kind of frequently, couple friends from high school I've kind of reconnected with that will just reply back and forth, so they're always in it.
Yep.
And then while I'm there, I'll open up some fans, and there's some nice stuff, and then there's some interesting stuff, and then there are just people who just hate, and I'll open it up, and I'll scroll, and it's just like years. It'll go back to like 2017, and if you go back long enough, you'll see me replying back and talking shit. And then I just stopped. And they just keep going.
It's like an energy. It's like, do you have the energy for it or you don't?
Yeah. They never and it was never like I cared about this random person, but it was just like I defend myself or I talk shit or I want to make fun of you back or whatever. And now it's just they don't stop, but they just keep going, and I just open it and close it, and then it's not on my
you can push those to your general though.
Yeah. You can primary in general, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I should do it, but I just open and close it, and it's gone.
Good for you.
But
it actually probably makes them even more pissed.
I'm sure they're like,
and you're unbothered.
Right. I do like that. Yeah.
Wait, I'm getting off track. I was talking about the launch week.
Yes.
Because a lot of the times during these activations we do panels, and questions that get brought up a lot are, for women, like, how do you deal with people who are body shaming you? How do you deal with haters? How do you deal with people who, you know, just all of the things that come along with a woman posing in a magazine in a bikini.
Which is the scariest thing in the world to do.
And my question for you is, I feel like I don't hear enough men talking about how they internalize or deal with harassment and like judgment of character. And when you know who you are to the core, like how do you deal with it and go to sleep at night?
Moment, what day and time it was that a girl asked us this? Like genuinely, I've never been asked that in my whole life. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Thank you for that. May 16th at 11:30. I'm 38 years old. Somebody asked me, like,
sad.
how are you doing? Like, how are you?
Do you know another question is that I heard someone ask, someone was, how is your heart? And I could cry thinking about that. Like,
I'm going to start crying right now. No, I mean, we talk about it a lot in a joking way, but it's you know, obviously every joke is kind of rooted in truth. But I think it's very hard to be a dude right now. And I know that's always like, oh, a white male is telling me how hard it is. And it's like,
everyone
all right, I'm not
is a
saying
human.
My struggle is as hard as a minority or a woman or someone who's
everyone has
a different
emotions.
tax. Right. I'm just
Kevin,
saying that
how do you deal?
It is objectively difficult in this era where people expect you to be progressive and inclusive and you know, you and your spouse are going to be partners and both be the breadwinner and both parent and both emotion, all that shit. But then also, like, if shit hits the fan, people are like, man up. Like, that's for you to handle. Like, go make the money, go fix the problem. And it's like, well, which is it? Because I was just busy, you know, crying with you. And I also think, I wonder if, like, in general, in like family life, if it's actually more difficult for people to, like, traditionally, you know, dads would just work and make money and women would stay home, cook, clean, take care of the kids. And now everybody's doing all of that. And it's like nobody gets any sort of reprieve. Like, I don't know, back in the day, at least a woman goes, well, geez, I don't even have to worry about making money. And the dad goes to work and says, I don't have to worry about those kids. Now we're all just doing all the shitty stuff together. And of course, you hopefully like do it 50-50 and lean on each other and it alleviates the burden. But it probably, you know, instead it's just like I think we kind of mentioned it the other day, like there is, your work week and your time off, if you have kids and a family, it doesn't stop anymore. You're doing all of it. And I think as a guy, you're not able to be like, to break down and be like, I can't handle it, you know? And if you do, you're like, I mean, I guess girls too, though. When girls stress out, you're labeled as Britney Spears is crazy and Amanda Bynes is crazy. So I guess everybody kind of gets hit with it. But I do think guys are not able to be like, it's fucking hard. If you do, it's like, shut up, pussy.
When it comes to work, your 1 Minute Man videos, love them. People are mean in your comments. How do you pick your phone back up every single time and do it? Truly.
I actually...
Or are you not phased?
Dude, this is the scene in The Office when Michael is trying to kill himself, and Daryl's got a megaphone. He's like, "You're the strongest man alive, man. I don't know how you have to wake up every day and be you."
No, wait, am I making this sound so
No.
How you do it? How you do it?
I get it a lot. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're not the only one.
I couldn't.
But also, can I tell you, it's truly a rhetorical question because you are so successful.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you're so successful, and you are because you keep getting up and going.
It's the success helps. Like if none of this was working and I got as much hate as I got, I probably would have quit a long time ago. I also think it's so focused on the divorce and the cheating and all of that, and that's a long time ago. And like I've moved on, she's moved on. Like the family's pretty good and happy. And like,
you want to know what's so wild? I don't know. I never even noticed
maybe
those.
That's what I see. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say, because I noticed that happens with me.
Yeah. You only
Kevin,
see like
when you were even just talking about that, I'm just talking about
Just
like
regular, like you suck. It's not funny.
A
Go
comment
fuck
being
yourself,
like,
you're ugly. Like, yeah.
yeah, no, or
Go ahead, say it. Say it.
no, not at all. No, just
There was one in there. Just
I'm talking about a comment just being like, he still does these, or we still watch, like
right.
who still watch those types of things. I wasn't even talking about your personal.
For me, because I'm like, you can see on the app it says 3.5 million views, dude.
Yeah.
It's thousands of comments.
Yeah.
Like, that used to hurt a little more in the earlier days of Barstool, where I was like, are people listening? Are people watching? I don't know. We know now that like it's successful. Is it the most successful? No. Is it the least successful? No. So like that.
Like
that
I want
is okay
that part of you within me. Like with getting back on social media, I don't know why it feels so crippling for me to just be myself and speak, because that's what attracted the extremely awesome loyal audience that I have now, and I'm finding it so hard to open up again.
But
like
that's what
you gotta.
But I know
focus
it's
on
meant. I'm supposed to share. There's so many things that I say, and I shower talk to myself, and I journal about it. And I sometimes I even tell Rob, I'm like, can I tell you this is weighing on my heart, and I feel like this as a big sister, and as like kind of like, you know, with my platform and everything else, I almost feel like I need to take like a leadership role and speak up about this thing that's going on in the media that's really hurtful to young women or whatever it is, and I'll talk to him about it out loud, and he'll just be like, whether he's really listening or not, he'll be like, yeah, that sounds good. You should say that. And I'm like, okay. And then I get nervous, or I film it and then I delete it, or I post it and I delete it 1 minute later. And I honestly, I'm asking you these questions selfishly because it's not just you, all creators who get shit on and keep going. Like,
well,
I think
because when you don't talk, you don't
he's the
hear
one
as
to talk
much
to about
shit
it.
anymore.
He's great at blocking it out and just doing what he likes to
it's
do.
It's not blocking. It's just I just don't do it. I don't read. And I actually, that's a more recent thing for me. And I noticed myself being more not open, but I just post more and I share more, and I promote my stuff more because I don't care about, because those are the ones that kill me too. Where like if someone's like, you're fat, you're ugly, or whatever, like I don't know, I have a mirror, I know.
Yeah.
But like when someone's like, fuck you, this sucks, or like, why are you still doing this, or this is a failure, or whatever, that's the shit that gets to me. And I remember back when we were doing Saturdays for the Boys, and I've referenced this a million times, but there was I honestly forget in my head if the person was in the room or if it was just something Erica was repeating. And she said she had talked to like the CEO of MTV or something like that, and they had always said, you don't have a brand until people hate it, or until you hate it, because you're just sick of it and blah, blah, blah.
It's so big and it's everywhere and it's talked about every day.
And I think that's supposed to make you feel better. It never worked for me. It never made me feel better.
Yeah.
It never made it easier
You just
for me
want
to like
everybody
deal
to be
with it.
happy.
I don't know if it's
enjoy
supposed to make
things.
you feel better. I think it's supposed to make you say, if I hear Saturdays for the Boys one more time, I'm going to jump off a bridge, but it's going to make, it's going to make a lot of money here. That's a bad example. We know why. But like, it's like when it's working, you take solace in the fact that those people are, I mean,
So I was saying all that was about,
it's all,
I was saying that's more for like 1 minute, man. When people are like, this is still going on. Like, yeah, it's still going on. You don't like it because it's out there a lot, whatever it is. You see it a lot. People
you
talk
will
about it a lot.
not see anybody comment that on like truly shit that's failing. You know?
Right, exactly.
Like, because it's like,
True.
it's like they know it's not working or they don't even watch it. It's like everybody doing that is jealous and insecure.
I actually was once told that no one will ever comment something mean if they are not either happy or successful or both.
Right.
Yeah.
So whatever, that used to help me a lot, but still.
do that to somebody.
all this stuff is like
You
great
hear
stuff.
something and it's helpful, but then it's still at the core. You're like,
yeah.
The best way I've ever heard that described, and again, these aren't things that I just hear it and I go, that's pretty cool. It doesn't help me internally, but I
Yeah.
do remember it.
It might
and like,
somehow, though. You might,
But like, it was, it wasn't even about us or social media, but you can kind of bring it into that world. But it was like, just remember, every Yelp review was written by a person who would write a Yelp review.
Right. Would you sign up and leave a paragraph explaining how your one dinner was? Like, if you do that, you're a weird fucking person to begin with. And,
oh my God.
and you got some shit to work through. You know?
Oh my God.
Would you ever in a million
If
years?
you write Yelp reviews, unfollow me.
Yeah, it's for real. For real. Like, I don't want you as
You're
a fan.
probably the ones complaining about me.
If you could tell me right now, I would lose like 75% of my following, but that they are all Yelp review haters. I'd be like, good. Give me the 25%. I'll work with them.
Haters make you money, baby.
Yeah. I mean, that part is true too. Also, I had a realization, like probably in the middle of like when it was really bad, where I realized that my rule was kind of like, I will read it. I think when people say I don't read it, they're like, I think you do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But when you start to change what you're doing, that's the problem. And for a long time, I wouldn't. And I never changed, but I was like, it's probably subliminally on some level affecting me. And that is I am doing my job worse because of this.
Yes.
Which means I will make less money, which means I will have less opportunities. And I was like, I am actively harming my own life. And that was when I was able to start like the process of getting like weaning off of it, almost like a fucking addiction. Like, you can't go cold turkey. You're going to wean off it. And now I'm at the point where it's like, I saw better results. I just recently got off of Twitter for the most part. It's like, it's fine. I'm doing better. Like it's good. And it really is about just like, you're going to make a worse product, be a worse person, be a worse employee, worse model, worse podcast or whatever, if you read all that shit. So fucking cut it out.
Totally. What you give energy to has power over you. And it's like a constant reminder in my brain all the time.
And when you get old enough, like it's like telling your kids, like, don't care what the kids at school think. Of course they're gonna, because they're in whatever grade they're in, right? But when you're an adult, you really can, and you'll always care what people think. But the people who can say, like, that is childish behavior, I'm not going to engage in that anymore, it's kind of freeing. Even something as silly as, like, I got off of Twitter, and the main thing that I still use Twitter for was the Mets. That's where I would like talk about the Mets games and shit.
Do you know I'm throwing the first pitch tonight?
You're throwing the first pitch?
Yeah.
Sick.
Barstool Mets game. It's a great press day.
Are you excited? Are you nervous? Can you throw?
All I think about is when Mariah Carey threw it, and she threw it right into the ground, so it can't be worse.
So
than
here's
that.
a thought.
Okay.
What if everybody goes viral when their pitch sucks? What if you just like airmail it on purpose?
I just saw Travis Kelce's. Did you see his?
No. What did he do?
He like. I think he went to go throw it really hard and it like spiked into the ground.
Yeah. But everybody.
I would have never watched it unless I saw.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, 50 Cent's the best. 50 Cent had the first pitch that went
saw that.
Almost hit like third base somehow.
Wait, so I actually just YouTubed
what if you just throw it
the worst
like
ones.
as high and as far as you can to the backstop, and then everyone will be like, "Did you see Camille? Her pitch sucked. She looked beautiful, and she's on the cover." And you're like,
to the
all
moon,
that shit. You'll go
pop fly.
If you throw a strike right down the middle, people will probably know. If you airmail it, people will know. It's gonna be somewhere in between, and you're not gonna get as much attention. I say spike it. I say.
Oh my gosh, spike it.
I like how we just spent 40 minutes talking about not doing things for people. And
do it for attention.
Here's the way to get the most attention.
Fail for attention. Fail on purpose. The people will see it.
Headline.
Do you want to know how to get everyone talking?
Do things poorly on purpose.
And then someone's gonna be like, she planned that, and I'll be like, yeah, I did.
It really was like it was a half hour. Be true to yourself. Fuck what people say. Be completely fake. Everyone will pay attention to you.
But you wouldn't care. Like as a guy, if you step up there and you don't throw it well, there's still something about being a man, and it's emasculating. You couldn't throw it. As a girl, no one's gonna care, and you'll get all the attention in the world.
Why am I getting this vision in my mind? Not gonna do it. Just want to talk about it. Of doing like a hike and like my butt's to the catcher.
A snap. Listen. Snap.
Listen. You do that.
I'm gonna be bending over at the.
I mean, that will be a lot of attention for many reasons, but that would be.
I'm like, am I wearing a skirt? No, I'm wearing.
You set up as a pitcher, and then at the last second, pull an audible and just hike it, snap it to the plate.
Oh my gosh!
Wait, you know what you're wearing tonight?
Of course.
See, I like to dress based on mood. I'm like Costanza.
Yeah, I'm going
so
with
you got a full thing. So
I think it's a little different, John.
Well, I think I would have multiple outfits, but I'd be like, what are we feeling today?
Yeah,
what are we feeling right now?
I knew right away I wanted to wear sneakers. Can't go out in the field and my heels pegging into the ground. So got a nice crisp white pair of Reeboks.
Yeah. Nice.
We've got I honestly, my inspiration for it was I don't know if Pamela Anderson threw the first pitch at a Dodgers game, but she's sitting in the grass with some old school Reeboks, and she's got the jersey open, very
jersey
classic.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I actually asked if I could.
Hell yeah!
I asked
get a jersey.
Sev, who's the publicist with Sports Illustrated. So she was like, "Are you able to coordinate a large jersey for me? Because she wore it kind of oversized, and I want to wear it open and have like a little bit of like a wife beater underneath, and like I'm not wearing like little shorts because that's not my vibe." So I was thinking like either literally game time decision. I'm gonna wear like pair of Levi's or like a Mets blue pant.
See, there's the based on mood.
I'm
Well, I
pretty
have
sure
a
it's
whole
all gonna work
launch
out.
mood
Okay.
board. Yeah.
I think you'll be all right in any of these choices.
All I know
sick,
is I
though.
can bend over in the pants. So.
I mean,
If you want, make that a game time decision too. Maybe a snap. We'll see.
I'm telling you, that's a great idea. That's unique.
Do you know how
it's you.
horrible those photos will look? But hey,
Fun. By the way, it won't look horrible. maybe not, traditional. Maybe not what you expected, but they won't look horrible. That would be very cool though. Or maybe even you drop back like a quarterback. Just make it like something football related, You stand on the mound and just do a little three-step drop.
I got options.
Is it just you? You're doing a solo?
No, it's Brooke Snader. She's one of our covers.
Yeah.
And Kristen Harper.
Okay. She's
Jared
Goff's girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's attractive too.
Yep.
Now,
Bunch
she
of
followed
babes.
me one day and because of like 1 Minute Man and I think whatever. But I didn't know. I know that Goff is a fan, but I didn't know they were together.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she found me through him or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But just like one day I saw like in my activity that I was like, who is
Yeah,
this?
she's-
And why is she following me?
she's
And then I put
awesome.
it all together, but it was.
you
for a
guys could
moment
run
there,
a
I was like,
play. Have the QB to the tight end.
There you
Oh, stop it.
You gotta play tight end. So you gotta block and then release.
We're all going to be in
And
the
then-
car on the way there. There's X's and O's. All right, here we go, guys. You? The pitcher's going
Girls, I'm telling you, you will make history.
All right, we're doing it.
That would be so good. Who would play? Who do you think could throw the best? You got to play tight end.
Well,
You
I gotta be tight end.
You got to catch it.
Kristen
be careful with the moneymaker. You got to like wear a glove.
Kristen
against
will
the
be
ball.
no. Imagine the catcher's just sitting there waiting for the ball, but like we end up
Never
doing
comes
the
up.
full play. It
Imagine
reminds
you
me-
walk up, you go, I got this. Give me your helmet and your glove. This is on us, man. I got it now. We're not gonna need you.
Brooks hikes,
Chris-
Harper
throw
catches,
that.
throws,
You catch it at the home
and I
plate.
spike it on home plate. The catcher's gonna be like, "What am I even doing here?"
And then you pull an Izzy Alcantara and you kick the catcher down.
And then we all do a dance together.
now, as much as first of all, I genuinely, really genuinely think you should do this. I know that it's probably not going to happen.
If we
'cause it's hard
don't,
to
do you know how
coordinate,
lame? You
but
gotta cut this out after. Then we just look like
what
cowards.
what if instead of throwing it, you do a Gronk spike?
I can't. I could try, but like the ball doesn't spike. It's a baseball, so it's just gonna
you know what?
slam
First
to the
of
ground.
all, plenty of girls or people in general have spiked it and it just kind of rolls. If you do it on purpose, people will get it. And then it'll roll, and because there's other people throwing, it won't matter. And then there'll be the video of you doing a Gronk spike as your first pitch.
It sounds
That's
like you guys just
incredible.
need some jerseys and be on the side and like signal. Like,
Yes.
you're our coach now.
That would be
Not a baseball game
Amazing.
anymore. It's Mets football.
yes. Man, my wheels are spinning. I would like if I was like in your manager, I would like force you to do it.
We just
You
went
have to.
from full blown therapy to
pour yourself out for views. This is actually a good
this
point.
is what
though.
podcasts are for.
But that's like fun. You
All
know
over
what I
the
mean? Like
place.
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't look down on people who are. If you're on TikTok every fucking minute of the day, but you're dancing and you like to dance, or you're lip syncing to shit you like, and you're enjoying it. Rock on, man.
Exactly.
You know? It's
That
just-
is
it's
the
just that
moral of
if
this
it is
podcast.
torture and you're just continue to torture yourself, that's the problem.
And
But if you're
Makes
good
you
at
happy.
it,
you know who one of the best examples is right now? Another cover star,
Which
Miss Martha Stewart.
Martha
I was just going to say Martha Stewart, but I didn't want to say Martha, and then you'd be like, actually,
damn,
she does whatever she wants.
bro,
And
81.
how incredible does she look too?
80.
80.
Bro, that's so
I'd
crazy.
I'd kind of
If you-
forgotten about Martha Stewart until the pandemic when she was just making drinks that had like 5 drinks in it. She was like, yeah, I like to do my martinis. And I was like, that is a gallon of vodka. I like this lady.
Not a martini, that's a bottle of vodka in a triangle cup. That's all that is.
And then
Think about if you went on the cover as like a 50-year-old, people would be like, wow, like how brave and courageous and amazing. Add a whole other adult life onto that. And that's where she's at. And it's like fucking fire.
In her video, her cover reveal video, I love watching. I'm forever a fan of the brands. Like I I was a teenager, but I would like every year this time of year. Well, it used to be February because football was done. There was no sports. Sports Illustrated swimsuit came out. Like, and everyone looked forward to that one time a year.
Yeah.
We still do. And when I used to like go and watch the casting videos and the behind the scenes videos of making the shot and the interviews of the women, because it's women like Chrissy Teigen and Ashley Graham and Heidi Klum, and all these women are moguls. Like it was, that was the coolest part about SI to me, and it is to this day, because they were so much more than a beautiful
Bikini,
woman posing in the magazine. And I honestly just lost my train of thought.
No, I mean Martha is
Martha.
mogul.
Thank you.
She was a mogul first, and then, you know what I mean?
Wait,
Like,
I do that all the time, and I always have nightmares that I'm going to do it on an interview, and I just did it. But you just brought me back. At least I'm remembering it.
We do it all the time.
So I like still get excited, like, oh my God, I'm going to go click the link, go to the website, go check all the covers, and then watch the videos. The videos are my favorite part. And so I don't know much about Martha Stewart, and now I want to know everything because I'm like, she's repping our brand. She's our cover star. Like,
she's
you know,
a gangster, dude.
In the video, she just said this one line. She said a lot of things, but she said, I am in this magazine, like now at this time in my life, and I want every woman who looks at my photo to know that they could be on the cover too. And like, I love that messaging because this, for as much as like, this is like, will forever be an accolade that I carry on with me for the rest of my life to the day I die. I want everyone, like women who think it's cool, to feel like they're seen, like they're heard, like they're enough, like they could be on the magazine, because I never thought that day would come. Maybe Martha was like, never was like, yeah, when I'm 81, I'm going to be on the cover of Sports. You just never know. But when you just truly open yourself up to embracing all that you are and sharing that with the world, regardless of the hate, beautiful things come to your life, beautiful people. You attract like the best and most beautiful things. And that's an unbelievable message. It's like, you know, maybe is it literally a magazine cover? Probably not for most people, but like whatever your version of that thing is. You know? Well, and that's why this was so important to me, because it did so much for me internally as a woman growing up and growing into my body. And then, you know, add on during the time of social media. I mean, if I didn't post a video on Instagram, I couldn't have even been discovered by Sports Illustrated at that time in my life.
You gotta put yourself out there a little bit. You gotta go through some shit. You gotta take a little bit of hate. Find the good, and the next thing you know, good things happen. Amen, girl.
Yeah.
Congratulations on all your success. I feel like every time you come in, it's like more, you know, the same stuff over and over again. Like
well, before we used to talk about all the bikinis I wore and what was my favorite one, and now we're just like, I'm back now. Let's talk. What's going on, boys? Catch me up.
To get like when you get past the formalities with people, you can only do that when they come in multiple times, and then you don't have to spend the bullshit on like, so where'd you get your start and how did you do this? Like let's have a therapy session.
But truly, if you're watching this, or I don't know when this is coming out actually,
this will be next or on third. I don't know. Do you need to be out?
Well, I want everybody to come to our party this weekend.
Yeah, we can put it out on tomorrow, right? Thursday.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Be on Thursday tomorrow.
Okay. SItickets.com. You can come party with us. There you go. You don't just have to hear our stories online. You can experience it.
Chelsea 31. You better be there.
Yeah. Actually, I think she is. Dead serious.
All right, Camille.
Thank you so much.
I love you guys.
To see you. Love you.
Fun fact.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
You happen to have a fun fact for us.
We're trying.
Oh, I just watched this, and I said my fun fact will never be as good as the guy who did Raining Cats and Dogs.
That's a good one. That is a good one. But you'd be surprised if you have any. Sometimes things hit in a way that you don't even realize. And I know it's hard. It is a not an easy task to come up with
Can you quickly tell me one about you?
See, I'm so hypocritical because I'm like,
a fun fact.
Yeah. Is it basic or like?
Well, it's not a fun fact. It's not necessarily about you. It's just a fun fact you might know. But the one I often use is it's disgusting, but it is that pirates, when they ate, they used to blow out the candles below deck so they wouldn't see all the maggots on their food. This is a fun fact.
Oh my god! What the heck?
It's just a fun fact.
Is that why you guys have pirate water? Because you know all about pirates?
No, but it is John. John will eat like, I mean, you're almost the opposite. You always have bright lights, so you know there's not maggots.
It's
right?
exactly. I won't. There is in Newport, Rhode Island. There's a restaurant called the White Horse Tavern, which is like nationally acclaimed, incredible restaurant. My parents wanted to take me there when I graduated high school. I've to this day still never been because it's candlelit dinners.
And you got to be able to see.
I got to see.
Might be a pirate eating nuggets.
I read it in a book when I was a kid, and it's like it's probably fucked my life up the most out of anything.
Wait, actually, I know a fun fact.
Yeah.
Don't know if this is gonna hit or I'm like looking for clues all around here, and I'm looking at alcohol. I have never been blackout drunk in my life.
Wow.
Really?
Never once have forgot the night?
Never.
Have you browned out? Have you forgot like packet? Like oh, I didn't remember saying that?
No.
Wow.
I'm like always your designated driver. And I'm the one who you call when you forget what you did that night.
But do you drink at all? You do drink, but
yeah,
you just like
very occasionally.
couple glasses here.
Yeah,
and
it's just enough to get like a buzz.
A buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Smart. Better way to be.
Yeah.
Better way to be.
But I don't when I am
Have
around
one
really
pirate
drunk people,
water.
I'm like, how? Why, it's heavy in alcohol?
It's 16 ounces and it's 10% alcohol.
Guys, what? I literally, that looks like like it looks like a beer, but it looks like it says water.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are like, is it water? And no, it's not. We partner with Four Loko, so it's like a Four Loko.
Are
it's
you
like
serious?
It's a new generation.
They're
of Four
alive?
Loko. Yeah. They are alive and well. They are kicking. So,
oh my gosh.
So if that's your goal to maintain that fun fact, stay away from the pirate.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mel. All right, big thanks for watching. If you made it through this whole episode, that means you should be subscribed. There's so many of you out there who watch and don't subscribe, so make sure you are a KFC Radio subscriber. Make sure you get all the content when it drops. Click that button now.
I have 9 fingers. I'm still subscribed. It's that easy.